Freedom from and prevention of discrimination and harassment. The purpose of this training is to provide you with information related to freedom from and the prevention of discrimination and harassment of SAISD employees and students. The district's board policies address discrimination and harassment, and you may click the link below the video for more information on these policies. The district prohibits discrimination, including harassment. Discrimination against an employee is defined as conduct directed at an employee on the basis of race, color, religion, gender, national origin, age, disability, or any other basis prohibited by law. Employees and students are entitled to a workplace and an educational environment free of illegal harassment. Prohibited harassment of an employee is defined as physical, verbal, or nonverbal conduct based on an employee's gender, race, color, religion, national origin, age, disability, or any other basis prohibited by law, when the conduct is so severe, persistent, or pervasive that it has the purpose of or effect of unreasonably interfering with the employee's work performance, creates an intimidating, threatening, hostile, or offensive work environment, or otherwise adversely affects the employee's performance, environment, or employment opportunities. Click the link below the video for examples of prohibited harassment. Sexual harassment is a form of sex discrimination, which is defined as unwelcome verbal, nonverbal, or physical conduct that would not occur but for the sex of the individual, and that is so severe, pervasive, and objectively offensive, it has the effect of unreasonably interfering with the employee's work performance or creates an intimidating, threatening, hostile, or offensive work environment. The link below the video includes examples of sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is based on a person's gender. Actions, comments, or jokes that focus on ethnic stereotypes, religion, or a person's disability are harassment, but of a different kind, and are not acceptable, but they are not sexual harassment. Actions, comments, or jokes that focus on sex, gender stereotypes, masculinity or femininity, or gender preferences are sexual harassment. Conduct that is offensive to one person may not be offensive to another. The person that is offended has an obligation to tell the other person that the conduct is offensive. If the behavior continues beyond that point, it may be considered sexual harassment. An employee who believes to have experienced prohibited conduct or believes that another employee has experienced prohibited conduct should immediately report it to an administrator. Failure to promptly report may impair the district's ability to investigate. With regard to employee-to-student conduct, the behavior is forbidden regardless of whether the student welcomes or consents to it. Sexual abuse of a student by an employee violates a student's constitutional right to bodily integrity. Sexual conduct, romantic relationships, and inappropriate social relationships between employees and students are prohibited, no matter how old the student or how young the employee. Actions that are not considered sexual harassment of a student may be necessary or permissible physical contact, such as assisting a child by taking his hand or comforting a child with a side hug. As an adult, You are to take action if you believe that an employee is sexually abusing a student. If you fail to take action to stop the abuse, you demonstrate deliberate indifference, and your failure to act causes the student's rights to be violated. In a situation of student-to-student sexual harassment, when the harasser is under the district's disciplinary authority and the harassment is known, the district must reasonably respond to that situation. As school employees, we are responsible for intervening and stopping students who are acting inappropriately. We are also to report inappropriate student conduct to our supervisor or the principal and document our report. As presented in the required session on reporting child abuse and maltreatment, we are legally required to report suspected child abuse within 48 hours to the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services or law enforcement officials. To prevent being accused of committing sexual harassment, we should educate ourselves and act appropriately with students and coworkers, be sensitive to others' reactions to our actions and words, keep our actions and conversations professional and job-related, touch students only when necessary, and try to never be alone with a student. Thank you for participating in today's training. The content of this training was developed with the help of those listed on the slide.